The roast is a roast of Grandma Riri, my character, and the roast is just basically to give back to Sojourner House for all that they gave to me while I was there. So it's a bunch of comedians that are going to roast Grandma Riri, and I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited. Um, just trying to get more people to come to the show to know that we are out here to give, not just whatever. We're out here to give. I gotta give back because that's how you know that people know that God is real. You know what I mean? You gotta show them, put your money where your mouth is. You know what I mean? So, yes.
And you mentioned Sojourner House and all of that. Tell us a little bit about your background with addiction and what you overcame.
Oh my God. My addiction um, started, I think, when I was little. I'm looking back at my life now. I'm looking back at my life and like, oh my God, that was my addiction rearing her head. You know what I mean? And I have coming up on 11 years clean from crack. And Sojourner House was not the first place my feet landed when I went to get clean. I was at Park Ridge inpatient. And I did 2 weeks in Park Ridge. And they were like, you know what? If you want to go all the way, you can go to this place that will house you for as long as you need and help you get through this. And it was Sojourner House. And it was a rough
Can we
pattern.
get a sneak peek?
Oh
Give
my
us
God.
A a little story.
A little
We gotta
story.
know.
I got addicted to crack at 17 years of age, and I
Wow.
was homeless when I got addicted to crack. So I was a runaway at 11. I ran away from home. The last time I ran away from home, I was 11, and I was living on the streets of Rochester, New York, eating out of dumpsters, sleeping on the cement, doing anything that I could to support myself. And I ended up getting kidnapped by a man at 15. So I was homeless from age 11 to 17. I was living on the streets because I was running away. I was a bad child. I was bad. So I ran away from home, and a very good home, and this man kidnapped me. And he took me into his house, and it's crazy because God always lets you know in your spirit what's going on before it happens. He lets you know. So when I walked up to the door of his house, when he opened up his house door, I saw dead bodies everywhere. That didn't stop me because I was bold. You hear what I'm telling you? I was bold. And I walked into the house, and it wasn't dead bodies, but it was crab legs. I had never seen crab legs, real live crabs, before. Next thing I know, I ain't passed out on a bed. And then when I wake up later on, I'm in his basement, shackled in his basement.
Oh my God.
So I think that has a lot to do with my addiction because I was running from something. I didn't even know what I was running from. You know what I mean? And I just, I wanted to do things my way. I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And that's where it all comes from. You know what I mean? I can't nobody tell me what to do. And it led me into a very, very bad situation. Held me hostage for 2 years. He moved me from apartment to apartment. He moved me out of state. Took me to Florida to meet his family. And to this day, I don't know how I got out of the house. But I ended up outside of the house and went to where he was. And that's a whole nother ordeal of events that we will save for another time. But I ended up getting away from him after the trial and everything. Like, I was put into a witness protection program, and I was protected until I was no longer needed by the court system. And then they put me into a women's place on Hobart Street. So I'm 17 years old on the streets of Rochester with nowhere to go, nothing to do, no guidance, no nothing. And I ended up meeting a guy who ate lit cigarettes. I cannot make this
What?
up.
What?
He ate lit cigarettes. And his name was Tony, and he introduced me to crack.
So, had you ever experimented with any other?
I did try crack the first time when I was 15 years old.
Okay.
By a bunch of 11-year-olds who were on it. No lie. And I didn't like it. I'm like, I don't like this. I don't know, what this is about. But the second time I tried it, I was hooked. I remember I had a Game Boy. I had a handheld Game Boy, Mario Brothers Game Boy, and that's the first thing I sold in my addiction to crack. I truly believe that the blood of Jesus is what kept me and what still keeps me today. So when I turned up my stem, blood was running down my stem after I cut my finger open. And I turned up my stem and I smoked my own blood.
Wow.
And in that moment, God came to me. I had a moment of clarity, and it wasn't like I heard His voice or anything. It was just the commercial. It says, "Bop, you should have had a VA." It was just like that. I cannot. I can't lie to you.
People the final details. Where is it? When is it? Where can
It
they buy
is
tickets?
August 4th. It is going to be at right here at Boulder Coffee, 100 Alexander Street. You can buy tickets on my page. We have a link to Eventbrite. I deliver tickets. All right, I do Uber and Lyft. I am out here trying to get this money for this event because I really believe in giving back. So please, please, please give back. If you can't make it to the show, we take donations. All right, we take food stamps. We take baby daddies at nighttime after 9 p.m. Yes, we are trying to get this event off. And I just want to give back. That's it. Sojourner House really needs help. Everywhere needs help. And so wherever I am definitely always trying to give back.
Perfect. We will have the details online, openmicroc.com. Be sure to check it out.
Thank you so much.
Come here. You are amazing.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. God is amazing.
What?
Yeah.
Say it again.
Yes, God is amazing.
Ooh.